Kajing keduk kam keduk jam jongki khun samla ka jela ka di ka wei na kajing ka pakraw bah ka ni ka jok keduk kam kamat ya shibun kijing bada kajing yo alat da ki brio ki banabar ka jela ban yo ka kam sorkar kadang pendukhaman sem shu ya ki samla ka trai jela. Badai halor kani na kalyang jong Sorkar jela lingba ka kunhun menteri Sorkar kala penthamai no ka office memorandum jong snam khat khandai spa nyupsau da ka boweng no ki kattu kat ni ki benta na ka benta ban khanglat ya ki pat ba Garo ki basong basa shaki we pat ki jela ban thap kam Sorkar hapo ka jela Meghalaya. Ya kani la pentip da ka Dr. Mazel Amperin Lingdo hadin balawai ke jingalang jongki menteri Sorkar ka play song menta ka sngi ka arp nyaw tarik ujeliu arja arplai bat benrap ru da ka baong ka Sorkar kala Pyndam no ka office memorandum na ka benta ban khanglat iki Garo ki basa shabar ka jela Meghalaya makin one tap kam hapo ka jela.
Cabinet was pleased to amend OMs of the Personal Department on reservation policy, reservation roster. In the new situation where we have a new cabinet memo regarding the implementation of the roster in the state of Meghalaya, we were now able to omit certain erroneous memorandums that were issued in the previous years, 1970, for example, in 1972, 12/01/1972, the OM relating to vacancies for scheduled tribe and scheduled castes with the notification which says that number of vacancies would be filled up as per roster point arrived at the reservation policy. Hence, the regulation of reservation in a situation where the number of vacancies is 9 or less would not be required anymore. So that has been amended. We also amended another one, modified version of the OM dated 1974. So the OM will be set aside as it is being observed that most of the vacancies reserved for Garo categories have been and are being filled by qualified candidates from the Garo category who are available from within the state. So we are not, we have deleted the office memorandum which allowed Garos living outside the state of Meghalaya being eligible for applying for jobs in the state of Meghalaya. A third OM has also been looked at and we have amended this, the OM of 2020 on reservation roster for persons with disabilities. It was notified then. However, with the issue of the new OM dated 14/6/23, the reservation for persons with disabilities have been fixed as per definite points in the reservation roster, and hence the previous OM will not be applicable henceforth. A proviso also has been added to this new reservation roster, provision of para 2. And in view of this, it has been found necessary that this proviso should also entail paragraph 2 to the OM incorporating a qualification paper, that is knowledge of local language, to be included for recruitment of categories of posts which fall under the purview of the district selection committee.
Halor ka jingban krek ka Sorkar ban thayo ka expert committee ka ban khmi banya ka reservation policy ka Dr. Mazel Amperin Lingdo ka laong kadang ya chakman ban ka liang jong ka search committee kadang wat hibrio ki bakloi ban dan banta ha ka expert committee.
Now, in the event of government already saying that a committee will be put in place to review the reservation policy, now all political parties, all stakeholders, irrespective of the kind of forum that they all represent, will be given adequate opportunity to present before this committee their proposed observations, proposed deletions, omissions, and hence there should be no fear from political parties because that is going to be sorted out. It may take time because it's a cumbersome exercise, but every political party will be permitted to be presenting its views before this committee. As far as the implementation of roster, there is a committee in place. Any observation that is being felt by the various political parties can always be brought to the attention of the committee. We will sit, we will talk. One letter has come from KNUM. However, I have clarified again, nomenclature used in the in the government's announcement may not conform to certain words which they may want us to use. However, in principle, in spirit, in letter, the roster serves the purpose of the implementation of this practice that has been going on in the state of Meghalaya since 1972. Convention and practice will be traditionally followed through, and whatever observations being made, political parties can send these observations. We are yet to decide whether this committee headed by me will be sitting again or not. We are yet to take a call on that. We are still waiting for all political parties to send in their observations. Up till today, we have not been able to take a review of that because many political parties have not submitted anything till now. One political party may have submitted something about usage of a certain word in the roster, but other than that, everything else has still not taken final shape. There is no deadline. We are waiting for political parties to please kindly forward their observations, their suggestions, omissions, deletions, and we will take it up. And like we said earlier, we ourselves as a committee, when we sat twice, realized that we are not competent enough on our own to study the complex nature of the reservation policy of the state. It is a prospective application of the roster. Again, if we get into these debates, it would create more confusion. Hence, political parties, individuals, groups, stakeholders, please feel free to send in writing so that we can understand clearly what is being asked and what needs to be the response. We have already met at the level of the Honorable Chief Minister with the other indigenous scheduled tribe communities of the state of Meghalaya last week. And we have communicated to them that they will send in writing all of their observations. Again, the committee of political parties headed and chaired by me is not a competent authority to understand and to give comments on this matter. We are anyways forming a committee of experts. We are now at a process of searching for members, firstly, who will be willing to head such or to be member or to be part of such a committee. Process is already now being started. We just have to be vigilant, and we will wait. And we understand that there's this pressure, but we shall not rush into matters because these are all very sensitive matters with a lot of, a lot of legal complications, and we do not want to say anything which is going to be incorrect at this point of time. No, search committee is on the job. We are yet to sit to be able to understand who are the kind of individuals who will be called, what is the format of calling such individuals, what are the other logistical requirements that will be necessary to even hold meetings with such committees. So all of that is being considered, and now we are in a process of searching. So we need to give the search committee its own time so that we do things in the correct way, in the correct manner. Firstly, we need to understand what are the queries on the reservation policy. Once the queries are understood and we understand the mind of people posing the questions, then we can likely look at the membership of this expert committee. Because membership of this expert committee will be determined by the kind of predominant questions and issues that arise, that are being asked by these various organizations and individuals of the community.